Welcome in, everyone. So next up, another keynote for you. Another lovely one from an Italian man. We have Emile, the VC of BitPolito. And this one is called How Student Initiative Transformed Torino into a Bitcoin Hotspot. Welcome to the stage, Emile.
Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to be here today and tell you the story of how a bunch of students created one of the hottest and most vibrant community in Europe, I would say also around the world, in Turin. In the university space, the situation is, let's say, very bad because it's full of fiat money going there, fiat companies investing, and this is the situation. So everyone is talking about shitcoins, various type of scams, and very few are talking about Bitcoin, the real signal. Of course, Turin, it's not an exception. We have it's one of the biggest cities in Italy. We have almost 1 million inhabitants, and the university where we came from, which is called the Polytechnic of Turin, which is a technical university, mainly engineers, but also with architectural and design courses. It counts almost 35K students, so it's very big, and many students coming from abroad. And but as you can see, since a few years ago, talking about Bitcoin, it was a complete disaster. Nothing was going on, no meetups, nothing. And so my very close friends, Salvatore, Giorgio, and Gabriele, which are around there, they decided to start finally to talk about Bitcoin in the university. And it's a bit funny how they managed to do it, because you can imagine that if you go to the, let's say, the bosses of the university and say, hey, I want to talk about Bitcoin, freedom of money, all the political stuff, they would say, probably no, sorry. And so we tried, like, in a tricky way to present ourselves just a peaceful nerds that just want to deep into the technology, no interest in financial stuff or politics or whatever, only technology, so please let us study and don't bore us. And so we find some professors that was interested in supporting us in this initiative. And we decided to start, as you can see, in a very unlucky moment, February 2020, so just a very few days before everything shut down due to COVID pandemic. So these have been the first BitPolito event, of course online, with the best Italian Bitcoiner that you probably every one of you knows, Giacomo Zucco, which is of course still on our YouTube channel. And since there, we started to do other events and organizing the team in a division, let's say in a let's say company-like way, but at the beginning, we were very focused on the technical side and just making a few events and a bit of communication on what we were doing, promoting our activities, and nothing more. We slowly understood what was the real value that we could bring to our colleagues in the university. And of course, there was this lack, like in all the university, at least in Italy, it's very big problem. This huge lack of practical experience. So you study a lot of theoretical stuff, but never can put in practice what you study. And so also giving university credits rather than doing like non-mandatory courses and training, doing educational path. We attracted slowly other students, events after event, and talking around the corridors. Last, but probably the most valuable thing, thanks to the networking activity that we did, we start also to have the opportunity to propose jobs opportunity to our team members. And we arrived at defining our value proposition, which is creating a bridge between the university ecosystem and the Bitcoin industry. We believe that university it's the perfect spot to create, let's say, new Bitcoiners, because young people are still, let's say, their mind can be opened, and they are not still too brainwashed from propaganda, and there is also very good potential in bringing all the talents, the skills they have, and bring them to the Bitcoin ecosystem instead of let them go to Google, Amazon, or whatever. Also, in parallel with the BitPolito activities, we started also other projects, educational projects, which are, these are the two most famous, Satoshi Spritz. It's a regular meetup. It happens weekly in Turin. And we meet up with all kinds of people of different ages and backgrounds, and we talk about Bitcoin and stay together. While 21, it's the Italian fork of 21 that most of you probably knows. So, starting from a bunch of engineers, we became a more multidisciplinary team. I personally was the first not engineer in the team, and we started also taking care of other aspects of not only doing technical stuff. The division became these 8, so the IT part that deals with internal projects, R&D, which have projects that right now are also linked to open source project already existing, then education, events, and marketing, design, cryptography, and management. These are some of the projects that we did that we are very proud of. Some of them are also used in the industry. We participated at events, hackathons. Then the communication side, after starting, of course, very, very poorly from a branding perspective, we created this communication that look very fresh and young in order to attract people outside the Bitcoin bubble, and especially for students that looked at our good-looking image and wanted to join even if they didn't know anything about the topic. We made the educational path, like this one is our biggest success. It's a project where we go in the high schools to teach about Bitcoin to the younger students, and made many other events with famous people, and even more free, like pizza days, that it's very, very important in Italy. You can imagine Bitcoin and pizza are so important for us. And this is the results of our effort. We have right now around 50 participants. More than 120 went through the team. And we have a quite good social media presence, events organized. But the thing we are most proud of is the success stories. Here you see some of our students that right now work in the Bitcoin industry, or they launched their own startups. And you see here some of them, but right now there are many more that, especially thanks to this model of working in the open source world, they can have the real world, real job experience and be, again, feel this lack of practice that is common in the university world. Thanks to the job we did, we started to to present in conferences and be present in all the biggest European one. And this is, of course, very, very important to make networking, have new opportunities, meet new partners, which are very important for us. These are our main sponsor that we had. You know probably some of the companies you see here. And thanks to the presence of these partners, we will be able to do more things, bigger things, like, for example, the Bitcoin course. This is one of the first, if not the first one, Bitcoin course made from a real university, and it's gonna start in beginning 2025. And there will be all the best teachers you can imagine, such Adam Beck, Jimmy Song, Nick Szabo, all the best technical experts. They will do several lessons. We will start with an 80-hour course plus the internship, and will be even bigger in the coming years. And one of the, probably the biggest thing, it's that Fulgur Ventures, our sponsor, it's going to open soon a Bitcoin hub in Turin. And this is another great news, because this hub, it's going to be the place where all the talents or the companies, all the startups can gather and exchange experiences, knowledge, and really create the industry that we want to see in Turin. And this is also a call for all the companies here. If you are interested in scale up and find new talents, Turin is the place where you want to be. So to end my speech, I want to leave you as a message that the things that we did, it's easily, no, I mean, easily it's too optimistic, but you can replicate it elsewhere in other cities. We were just a bunch of students, with nothing special. So these are some few tips that I want to give you to do the same that we did. And actually, we are also very committed in helping other students doing the same through Bitcoin Student Network project, which is led by Generation Bitcoin, a project based in US, and also with Plan B Network, which is another project foundation based in Lugano that we are partnering as trying to study how to precisely, let's say, copy and paste our model in other university. So avoid shitcoins, of course. Even if you can maybe think that talking about more things, be more generical, will attract more people. Well, this is false. It's way better to focus on the signal, and especially talking about Bitcoin, on its values, on its culture. And in this way, this is the way how you create a very strong and committed community. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. There are so much resources and, like, for example, educational stuff or graphics, whatever, that you can easily take and use without doing the effort that we made. And it's, again, there are in many, many languages for a lot of use cases. So don't do things again, and be efficient in what you do. Find good partners. People in Bitcoin, it's typically very, very open to help. and having partners that can, again, give you resources, advices. It's so important to grow faster and in a more efficient way. And then, while you should come in events such as BTC Prague and have a global connection with all the communities around, it's very important to think locally in terms of shaping the precise message, doing the things that you know work better for the people around you there. And so this is it. I'm very happy, and we wait all of you in Turin to have fun.